Okay, so if you're watching this video, what you should have done is created your template or your scheduling template. What you should have done is entered in when you are going to do your 3 primary subjects that you're going to talk about based on your system, your content 12-month system. So they are the 3 topics that we're going to work on. What you can write in here, remember, as well as the headline for the subject heading that you're going to be talking about. Now we're going to start filling up the scheduling parts, okay? Now, the key thing that I want you to understand here is that these 3 subjects are going to be the theme of your week's training or content. And I think if we stick with this, we really stay congruent with the subjects that you've chosen that are a part of your system and program and branding and a message. If we start talking about random other stuff, it's great, there's nothing really wrong with that, but how much better if we are just reinforcing the message that comes from these live shows. And that's what I try to stick with. So if I have a morning show and I'm talking about the golden hour and the morning routine, I might then in the afternoon then start talking about the benefits of it, how motivational it can be, how we can connect with ourselves better through gratitude in the morning and meditation. You get the point. So what the next step that I need you to take now is start plotting in secondary content. Now, I am going to talk a little bit more about this later on in the course, but right now we're talking about scheduling and assigning content and scheduling. So what we want to be able to do here is look at motivational posts. Now, I'm just going to give you an example of how I run mine. Now, I don't do social media on Thursday. That's my rule. Thursday and Sunday. Okay, I don't commit to it. Thursday, I don't even very much turn on my apps, okay, or log in. So I'm looking at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Saturday. Now, what I like to do is do content here. So you'll notice that I don't do anything Thursday, but on Tuesday, I quite like to do a very small piece of copy, and I'm only talking maybe a couple of paragraphs here. And I always like to think about steps. Now, I will use the theme of what I talked about on Monday to reinforce the message. So if I've spoken about the golden hour here, and I've talked about the benefits of how it can help you own your day, I might step here, okay, 5 steps to create the perfect morning routine. 5 problems that people struggle with, or 5 problems to overcome on your morning routine. Can you see what I mean? 5 subject headings that I want you to follow on your morning routine. Whatever it might be 3 steps, it might be 2 steps, but I kind of feel like people like that, and if they've listened to you here, it then is the natural step to follow on and reinforce that training. Then when we come on to lunchtime, it's kind of like between 9 and 12:30. So I like to do mine around 12:30 because my client usually at 12:30 is hanging up for lunch. Okay, so it's kind of like stopping. They might get on social media, so it's quite a good time to be able to hopefully engage with my audience. So on Monday, I usually do some form of meme or of motivation, straight talking, and I will usually make this theme off the back of my morning live, so it's congruent. Again, reinforcing the message, okay, of the subject. So I will make sure that I do this, and I've created the copy earlier. I won't just get to 12 o'clock and then write in my copy and do my meme then. I teach you how to do that in the planning phase, but it's about if you've got it all pre-done for you, you can schedule this for the whole week. So all of these extra secondary parts here, you can schedule ahead so that you could be busy coaching here and you don't have to be setting yourself that time to like, all right, I've got to come out of my day, then to create the content and then to put it up. And that's why we don't do content a lot of time, because we misplace our time. We don't think ahead, we don't schedule ahead. Whereas if we found some time within our diary of planning, we could almost schedule all of this the Friday before. So if this is Monday, the Friday before, we could have scheduled and created all of this on the Friday afternoon. You could spend 1 hour creating and writing, and then another half an hour scheduling, and it's done for the week. And then all you have to do is show up for your 3 lives. Okay, so this is the whole point of assigning the content type and scheduling, right? So I then come onto here, and what I like to talk about is something more family related, emotional connection. So I'm talking about fatherhood. All right. If I can link in the kill zone, which the kill zone is a productivity tip to be more productive at work, I then can use that to talk about work-life balance and being home for children. But I like to maybe put up a picture of me and the family, or me doing something with the family. It really connects that I'm a family guy. And that connects with guys that are also family guys and understand the pains and sufferings of work-life balance. So we're connecting with them emotionally. So this is more of an emotional connection post on the Wednesdays, okay? And then on the Monday, it's more of a like up and running, let's go. Now you'll notice I haven't put anything on Tuesday, because Tuesday I really only like to have the 2 pieces of content. I don't like to oversell myself, all right? A lot of people say you're gonna put out 10 pieces of content a day, all right? I don't believe that. I believe that we want to get the fine balance right so that people are actually coming on social media to look for your content, because I can't wait for the next piece of content. So this is quite content heavy here. So I'll have my show, I'll have my lunchtime motivation, and then I'll have my vlog, which goes out in the evening. Now, if I wasn't doing my vlog, I would have maybe a video here of some sort. I would have I always feel that some form of pre-recorded video is great to schedule and put out there for people just to connect with you. You could be at home chilling, drinking your wine or your beer. All right, that's just put out, and then you can check the engagement the next day. So then we have a little bit of a die down here. I've shown up at least once. Then we come back on and there's another 3 pieces of content here. No social media, so then everyone's ready to come and listen by the Friday again. This time, what I usually have here is a little bit of a coaching session. So Friday coaching session, literally 2 to 3 minutes worth of content, discussing maybe something to do with routines, whatever the Friday theme was, and again, trying to keep that theme. So you can start to see the pattern that Monday, Wednesday and Friday are my heavy content days. Thursdays and Sundays are non-existent. Tuesday is just a little touch, just showing up. And then Saturday is kind of sporadic. If I feel like posting, I will. I usually tend to just do something in the morning just to really reach out to people. Something just to connect with them. Maybe what I'm doing over the weekend, the workout that I'm doing, something I'm looking forward to. Just to really drive that engagement. Maybe asking people what they're doing for the weekend, just to drive that engagement and connectivity with your audience who you're auditioning with. So the next step of this plan is to then start thinking about what secondary content are you going to do? How are you going to structure it? And there's no right or wrong here. I just want you to go away and create your schedule. Okay, assign your content type and your schedule. So whether it's pre-recorded, whether it's copy, whether it's live, whether it's a vlog. And I want you to slot it into your timetable that you've created. And what you should have at the end of it is this timetable of when all of your content is going to go out and the type of content it's going to be.